This is a video I've been thinking about making for a while now. It's obscure one album wonders. So, Blind Faith, Derek and the Dominoes, Sex Pistols, all those groups, one record, and then kaput. So I've got I don't know, under 10 here. Them I've had since the 70s, and they're all from the 70s, which tends to be my pattern. So let's begin. First one is Refugee. This is Patrick Moraz on keyboards replacing Keith Emerson. So think of it as the Nice without Keith Emerson. It is his two cohorts that are in this band, and that is Lee Jackson and Brian Davison. And it's interesting because this was produced by John Burns, who also produced the early Genesis, which I just never put the two together. He produced Foxtrot. I believe he also produced Nursery Crime. This was produced and recorded at Island Studios. This is the British import, and it's a solid record. I mean, every song on this record is excellent. It's prog rock, but it doesn't have those silly lyrics that we associate with prog rock. It does have, and I don't know if you'll get it, but the music has withstood time, but the outfits have not. I mean, look at this. He looks like he's still wearing his jammies, and but it's interesting. They carry the color. This is Patrick Moraz. Look at him. He's Swiss, and he's equestrian outfit. Great songs on this record: Papillon, Someday, Credo. Great singing by Lee Jackson, just a tremendous vocalist. And there's another nice album called LG, which I would really like to do a video just on the Nice and that particular album. I'm not a big fan of Emerson, Lake and Palmer, just for various reasons. So that's Refugee. Next up, still on the Brits, this is Pete Sinfield, and he was the lyricist for King Crimson, kind of like the way Robert Hunter was the lyricist for the Grateful Dead. Just wrote the words. And this is a Japanese pressing, but it's the same printing technique that they used on the US pressing, because I had this when I was a kid. It's textured. In other words, this paper is applied on, it's glued on, which I guess they do that now because they're spending a lot of money on production of album jackets, but they ceased doing that in decades after the 70s. So you can feel it raised on the surface. This has got, there's a lot of people from King Crimson on this record. Greg Lake sings on this record, and he sings on the title track Still. And he was known as the great prog rock vocalist, and he really shines on this record. It's mixed. I'm not going to say that every song is great on this record as it is on Refugee. The standouts are the Song of the Sea Goat and Still, Under the Sky. There is a video of them doing this on the BBC, and I think it's the old Grey Whistle Test. You can find it on YouTube. This is the first record that I purchased in Japan when I arrived here, because I went to Groovin Records and I saw it, and I bought it before I had a record player. So it's a Japanese pressing, and lyrics are in Japanese. So that's Pete Sinfield. It's difficult for me to describe this album verbally. You really have. I'll put the link for YouTube, and you can sample it and give it a try. Next up for the Brits is this is a gem, another King Crimson offshoot, McDonald Giles. I love the color of this jacket. Fuchsia. Just such a beautiful photo. This is a photo where you think like you know them. It's just you're so familiar with them. Two blokes with their girlfriends. And then here's the inside. Look at that. I mean, they're making records like this now, but here's the original. This is OG. Look at that color. That's a painting. Isn't that amazing? The songs on this that are standouts are on the second side, Birdman, which is the whole side, one song, just fantastic. The percussion on this record is fantastic, and that's done by uh, Michael Giles. There were two brothers. There were Peter Giles and there was Michael Giles, and I believe, yeah, this is Michael Giles, and his brother played bass guitar. Steve Winwood contributes on this record, and also a bunch of guys. No, that's it. I thought that there was a sax player, but there isn't. Flight of the Ibis, Sweet and Sea, Is She Waiting, Tomorrow's People. Every song on this record is fantastic. If you got this record and you're somewhat into prog rock, where you're into softer, more orchestral prog rock, I would give this a shot. It's not an expensive record. I have one more British record. Oh, actually, two more. Thunderclap, Newman, Hollywood Dream. They're only one. This was produced by Pete Townsend. I don't know why they broke up. I really don't. I don't know the story. It is Speedy Keen on drums and vocals, and he has got the highest falsetto in rock that I've ever come across. And then Jimmy McCulloch, who went on to Wings, and he died of a heroin overdose, which is a shame. This has got Something in the Air, which, if anybody watching this video who grew up in the 70s knows that was just an anthem that FM radios played. Probably when Friday came along, this was just a song that just got your blood pumping, because it's a protest song, Something in the Air, and it's been included in a number of movies. It's a fantastic song. If you've never heard it, please give it a shot. Great songs on this record are The Reason, Look Around, Wild Country, Hollywood Dream itself, Hollywood Number 2, and of course Something in the Air, and that's Thunderclap, Newman, Hollywood Dream. Next up, Sweet Thursday. This is Nicky Hopkins and John Mark, Alan Davies. This is an interesting story. They recorded this record on another label. This is on Great Western Gramophone, and they recorded on another label that went bankrupt the minute after this went out. Oh yeah, Tetragrammaton Records. Probably some of the British people who are watching this can talk about this, but it went bankrupt. This is an interesting record. It's not a great record, but it's got a great song on it. 10-minute song, which is called Gilbert Street. It's probably the main reason why I hold on to this record. It is a song that has a set pattern of the lyrics in the chorus that repeats probably around 10 times during the course of the song. It's probably why it's a 10-minute song. And it's just, it's marvelous. Wish I could describe music better with words, but I'm not that good at it. Last one, Baby Huey. This is a posthumous record. He died of heroin overdose, and it's on the Curtin Records, and it was produced by Curtis Mayfield. So it was, because it was a post-mortem record, it's got all the articles about his death and a little bit about the band. It is just, he's got a fantastic voice, incredible. He goes high up as a soprano. Listen to Me, Mighty Mighty, One Dragon, Two Dragon, A Change Is Gonna Come, which is a great gospel song, and you should give this a try. It's probably, this is a reprint, and so it'll turn up. Look at that. He was a big guy, hence the name Baby Huey. All right, this video is going too long. I'm going to cut it back. One album, Obscure Wonders. If you got some, show them. Over and out.